And now with that forgiving and that understanding, Isabella, let's go look for another memory, sad memory. Travel in time and space again. As I count, 5, 4, yeah,
Another sad memory.
sad memory. Going to visit sad memory. 3, travel in time and space.
My head didn't hurt while we were doing this, but
Mm,
now it hurt again.
hmm.
My head didn't hurt at all while we were doing this whole thing.
Okay, so we're going to do something. We're going to ask your subconscious mind to take you back to the origin of that problem with your head, that headache, to the time it originated. Your spirit, you're free to travel wherever you want to go. There are no limits of time and space. This life, past life, go where you have to go. As I count,
Yeah.
5, go back. 4, travel in time and space. 3, travel in time and space, looking for the origin of that problem in your head. 2, and 1. You're there now. Whatever comes to your mind.
Oh, yeah, I hit my temple
Mm-hmm.
uh, on that cabinet when my father hit me. I'm 12
Mm,
years old.
mm-hmm.
I went right here. I went right into the temple.
Okay,
And the cabinet had the metal handle, and the handle went right here.
okay. I want you to go back to the time your father is arguing with you. When you go back to that time, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're there now. What is happening?
Well, first in my room.
Mm-hmm. I'm in my room.
First in my room. And I made a mess in the room. I
Mm-hmm.
made a mess on my desk. I always made a mess on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
I was never very organized. My table was a mess. And my
Mm-hmm.
father is angry because my table is a mess.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next?
Oh, he opened the window and he flipped the table out of the window with all my stuff on
Mm-hmm. So he's angry.
it. And there's 6 stories up, and everything I had on my table fell out of the window.
Mm-hmm. How are you
And
feeling about that?
I feel helpless. I feel helpless because he just violated all my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything, my notebooks, everything I have on that table is now gone and out of the window.
And I want you to pause right there. And I want you to tell me this is the first time where you felt violated, or you feel violated.
I feel that he, like, there's nothing I can do.
Mm-hmm. So helpless. Okay. What is happening now? Continue.
Uh, I, I'm grabbing my sweater. Oh, I'm yelling at him. I'm angry because he did that. Yeah, and I'm grabbing my sweater. It's a green sweater. And I'm telling him I gonna go walk the dog. And I'm running to the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I insulted him. I said something to
Mm-hmm.
insult him because I feel helpless. And I'm angry that he did that. And I'm running to the door. And in the door he catch and he's after me. Oh, he heard what I said. I said it in the corridor. He didn't. In the
Mm-hmm.
corridor I said it. He was in the room. And so he runs out. And I'm trying to open the door and I'm panicking because I can't open the door.
Mm-hmm.
and uh, he's coming after me, and I
Mm-hmm.
see that he's gonna catch me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm scared, and I turn around to face him, and that's when he hits me, and that's the first time
Mm-hmm.
ever. And that was really hard. He hit me so hard, I felt my whole brain shook, and
Mm-hmm.
I fell, and I hit my head on the
Mm-hmm.
cabinet, and he grabbed me by the sweater, and the sweater ripped.
Mm-hmm. Let me talk to
And,
Yuri for a second. Let's see what's going on.
uh,
Three, two, one, change. Right now. Yuri, good afternoon. Are you Isabella's father?
oh, oh, oh,
Yuri, are you Isabella's father?
oh, I was, I had a different name. My
Oh,
name was Alina.
mm-hmm.
Alina.
Alina. Okay, are you Alina's father?
Yes, I am Alina's father.
Yuri, can you tell me what is going on? Why do I see Isabella or Alina crying?
She's being such a brat.
She's being such a brat. I understand that she's being disrespectful to you.
I never want to hear that kind of language.
No, and I don't blame you. I mean, no kid should be talking that way to her father, to a father. And what was the reason? Why are you getting upset? How did this start?
I had enough of that mess in her room. Every
Mm-hmm.
time I go in her room,
Mm-hmm.
it's a mess. And I tell her over and over, and every time I go in the room, it's still a mess.
It's still a mess. So you get upset, right?
Yeah, it pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand. Nobody wants to walk into a room and see the room of the girl being a mess. Because they said, and I don't know, Yuri, if this is true. They said that we organize our stuff according to how we keep our stuff in our head. So showing the way that we organize our room, it shows the way how everything is organized in our brain. Does that make sense?
I like order.
Okay.
I like things in place.
Okay.
I
So
like system, and I keep the good system. And she does not
okay,
understand anything about the system,
I
and it
understand.
pisses me off.
I understand. So here's my question, Yuri. Have you explained to her how the system works?
I don't remember that.
Oh, you see, then we have a problem to start with. You don't remember. If this is your system, you should remember that system. You know you need a system. You know you like a system. You don't remember what that system is about. Number one. Number two, Yuri, have you taken the time to go with your girls, your little girl, and go to her room and organize and show her this is where you should keep your clothes. This is how you should keep your desk. I want you to put this book here, this notebook there, this pencil or pen over here. Have you done that?
No, I
So,
just
so, 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 okay, let's stop right there. So we have another problem. So you wanted things organized with a system. You don't know what a system is. Number one. Number two, you wanted her to organize things, and you have not taught her how to organize. So how do you pretend that she knows? Do you think kids are born knowing how to do things? Is that the way their stuff was shown to you when you were a kid, Yuri?
no, I figured it out on my own. I think she
Right.
needs to figure it out on her own too.
So okay. So it's like saying I am going to have kids and I'm gonna let them figure out how they're going to feed themselves because I had a tough life and I had to figure it out on my own. Don't parents want things better for the kids?
Yes.
So there's it seems like you make a few mistakes there. So I see that you get upset with no reason because number one, you want a system and you don't even know what the system is. Number two, you want her things organized and you have not taken the time to show her how to organize her room. So you're blaming her for something you don't know how to do. You haven't taken the time. You have not spent time with your girl, little girl, to show her. Why,
Yes.
Yuri, haven't you spent time with her? What prevented you from taking this time to be with her and explain how the system works?
I'm always busy at work.
Always busy at work. Okay. And what
And at
happened?
home, and at home, I just want to kick
Hmm.
back and have a drink and not be bothered.
Right. So you're busy at work, and while you're busy at work, everything else in your life is a mess. Because you go into your house, you just said it. I just want to drink. That's a mess. And then your daughter, you don't spend time with your daughter on explaining how to organize a room. That's a mess,
I
right?
open her, I open her drawer and I laugh at her.
Is that
And one time I opened her drawer when she
okay?
had company. She had a boy over, and I
Okay.
opened her drawer to show her the boy who was
S-
visiting what
Okay.
kind of mess she makes.
Okay. So you were not teaching her. You embarrass her. You embarrass her in front of somebody else. So what would you think if your wife invites one of your patients to your house and opens the door and says, "See your doctor how he drinks. Doesn't want to be bothered, and he's the one that is treating you." How will you feel?
Yeah, I don't think I would like
Well,
that.
do you see? It's the same thing with Isabella. So you're not teaching her, you're embarrassing her, and this might affect her for the rest of her life. This is not the way to teach kids. So have you realized all the mistakes you made already, Yuri?
Yes.
So do you think we should be blaming Isabella for what is happening, or Alina for what is happening?
She's a difficult child.
Okay, and are you a difficult parent?
I'm not much of a parent at all.
There you go. So they say, there's a saying that says, apples do not fall far from the tree, right? So she might have gotten that from some of you. I mean, either from you or from your wife. You know, this is your girl. You made her. So now you have to take the time and work with her. So you made quite a few mistakes right there. You just don't want to
Yeah.
be bothered. You want to just open your mouth and things happen. Fix it, organize it. That's it. Don't bother me. That's not the way it works. You realize that.
Yes.
So let's move forward. You're upset. What have you done to Isabella because you're upset? I see she's crying, and I see she's touching her head. What is happening?
I lost it.
You lost it. Hmm. Totally. You lost your temper, and you lost your daughter. From what you're telling me, what have you done to her?
Yes. Oh,
See?
it was never the same after
You
this.
see? You see? Anger doesn't end that well. Never. I want you to take a look at her face, her head. Do you see she's bleeding?
She ran out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to see that she was bleeding.
Well, we can go back in time. I want you to rewind. Go back to the time where you're hitting her. Go back. Three, two, one. You're there now.
Oh,
What is happening? I want you to stop there. I want you to analyze her face once you hit her.
I feel bad.
You feel bad. Take a look at her right temple. See how she's bleeding through the mouth.
Yeah.
How do you feel now?
I didn't get to say I'm sorry because she ran out. And I turned around, I went back into the kitchen, and I had a drink.
So drinking solves every issue for you. You realize that, right? You don't want to face any problems. You just want to numb them.
And then I had to look for her. I had to look for her for days because she did not come back home
Mm,
for 3 days afterwards.
I see. So right there, where you have your child in front of you, where Alina is in front of you, I want you to put your hands on her head. I want you to heal. You're a doctor. I want you to heal her right temple. I want you to look at her in the eyes. Give her a kiss in the forehead and tell her how sorry you are over what happened. I want you to put all your energy, your spirit, put all your energy there, all your love, all your patience. Patience you never had. It's time to put it there. And as you're doing that, Yuri, I want you to explain to Alina why is it that you reacted that way and why you were wrong.
I did not have parents to teach me how to be a parent.
Mm-hmm.
I am sorry I was gone the whole time. And I was hiding in my drinking
Mm-hmm.
and in my work. But I really loved you my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You were gone. You were you left me since that happened. The connection was never there anymore.
Mm-hmm. But it's never late. Time does not exist. And you can fix that now, in the now. But first, you need to apologize for whatever you have done to her. Because think about it. Now, this can bring her a lot of issues with boyfriends in the future or with people. She's going to relate that pain in her right temple with people thinking about her, with people loving her because she thinks that love is that and that is pain. She's she might record this in her subconscious mind saying every time I feel love, every time somebody talks about me, every time people think about me, I'm going to get this pain in my head. Do you realize that?
I did that. Yes.
Okay. Since you did it, you can undo it, right? Go ahead and remove that association that she has in her subconscious mind and ask Alina to help you remove that. That's a memory, that's a misperception of what was happening that caused that to be recorded that way. And it is not that way. And as you're doing that, you want to ask her for forgiveness?
I am sorry because in my heart I always wanted you to be a better person and I did not know how to do it right.
But hold on, let me stop you right there. What makes you believe that she's not good enough? What do you mean better? Everybody's perfect the way they are. Why does she need to be better for you? What better than your daughter to be better for you? What makes you think that you need to make persons better? Isn't your daughter good enough? Beautiful daughter that loves you? Isn't that good enough for you? You're making her believe that she's not good enough. With what
Yes.
you're saying, you're always going to make her feel that she's not good enough in anything she does and anything she will do. And
Yeah.
every time she's gonna date somebody, she's gonna feel that she's not good enough. Do you realize how you program your daughter to think?
Yes.
Should we remove that association as well?
Yes.
She's a spirit. She's perfect the way she is. I want you to remove that from her subconscious mind with love and take the time to do it and keep apologizing. We're listening. We're just making a small correction. I wanted to make you better. She's good already. What better than good is better.
It is difficult for me to
Yeah,
say that.
yeah. It's difficult. Wasn't it difficult to become a doctor? You did it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it difficult to pretend that you were not drinking to hide your problems? No, it was difficult, but this is difficult, but you still can do it, right?
I'm very proud. I'm a proud man. It's hard for me to say these things.
Mm-hmm. But you're saying them
Uh,
just right. Keep continuing, keep going.
I'm 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 getting there. I know that I made you feel not good enough my whole life and your whole life. I did not mean that in my heart, because in my heart I really love you and I really miss you too. And I pushed you away by trying to make you better because I thought that was I supposed to do that. I was supposed to be a father and teach you. And I taught you through making you feel bad. And this is not the way to go. And I understand now. I blamed you for not being able to have any relationships, but I created that in you, and I'm sorry. I put my own conditioning and my own experiences onto you, and you didn't deserve it. I'm sorry. And I didn't teach you well. I just programmed you in the wrong direction. And I'm sorry about that, too.
Mm-hmm. Good. Isabella, do you want to forgive your father
Yes,
for not understanding what he was doing?
yes.
You want to tell him how much you love him, how
I
much you miss
created
him.
I created such a barrier in my heart for my father that
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember that I love him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can remove it now. You at that time, you gave control to your father because your subconscious mind and your spirit was not prepared. You gave control to your father to create stuff in your subconscious, associations and feelings and emotions. But you're taking this control back. Are you ready to do that?
I want to do that, yes.
So go ahead and remove all those associations from your mind. Is your father a psychologist?
No.
So how can you blame him? He didn't know. He didn't know how to treat kids. There are no manuals to be parents.
Yeah.
It's difficult. So go ahead and remove all those associations. Remove all that pain from your right temple. I want you to take down that barrier that you created. See your father at his eyes. His spirit, he's lost,
He's,
confused. He was trying
he's a,
to do what he's supposed to be doing. He tried his best. And we all made mistakes. This is school.
I see him as a child.
Do you see?
He's a broken child.
You see? So how can you blame a broken child to do stuff that he was not supposed to make mistakes? He was not taught. How can he give you stuff that he doesn't have? You see now?
He's just a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like so little, just like 2 years old.
Mm-hmm. So hug that boy. Love that boy. You guys decided to be together in this life for a reason. Connect at the spiritual level. Help him.
Oh, he's just standing there all lost. Oh,
What do you want to tell that little boy?
oh. I feel like he's my son. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's my son.
From a past life?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. He has this hair and the blue sweater on. And
Mm-hmm.
he's standing in the blue light. Oh, in the sunlight.
Mm-hmm. So that's interesting what you just said. He's lost and he's broken, and you still have the feeling that he's your son.
But
If you,
in that there he's no in here where he's my son now he's whole.
mm-hmm.
He's broken in this in oh in next life. In this life when he's my father, that's he's broken. But in the life before I see him, he's my son. He's my little boy.
Just your little boy. Now I want you to analyze that life that you're just looking at, and I want you to see how you treated that boy.
No, that past life, that other life, I'm big, I'm his mother, I'm looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's standing
Mm-hmm.
here and I feel so much love for him. He's in the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he looks here at the age of 2, he looks happy, he looks whole.
Mm-hmm.
He's not damaged at that in that life.
Mm-hmm.
He feels whole in that life.
Mm-hmm. So at what time was he broken? What happened to him?
In the next life. In the
Mm.
next life where he came to be my father
Okay.
and
So
I'm his daughter and he came through a different set of parents.
okay. So what is a mother supposed to do when you see your kid broken? Stay away, keep away, create barriers, or love him, support him, put him back,
I'm
make it whole.
I'm his daughter now.
Yes, but you were his mother before,
Yes.
and I want you to remember how that mother feels, and I want you to be his mother now. Remember your spirit remembers.
Yes.
I want you to remember the mother you were, and I want you to react the same way with love, protection, caring, and put your son together as a whole because he was damaged
Yes,
in
in
a
this life.
life and he was sent back to you as your father. But
Yes.
he was sent back to you for what reason?
Yeah, to help him.
There you go. How do you help him? By creating barriers, staying
No.
away from it. It's totally the opposite way, right?
Yes.
Are you ready now to remove those barriers and remember that
Oh,
love?
it's hard. It's hard.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm working
Mm-hmm.
on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's what I see. I see the sunlight. And in that sunlight there's that little boy with blue sweater and long hair,
Mm-hmm.
brown hair. And right there is like a line and there's a blackness on that side. And in that blackness it's the dark room, like a
Mm-hmm.
dark space is the
Mm-hmm.
blackness. and that's where my father is now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So me crossing from the sunlight with the boy into the black space with the father now.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'm having difficulty with that now
Mm-hmm.
because it looks completely black. That room where my father is right now, that space, it is completely black. I don't even
Mm-hmm.
see him there. It's just a black space,
Look for his light, even though it might be shining
like a
just a
little
little bit.
pilot. Yeah.
Right. So what you're telling me is that you decided to come to his rescue. And you enter into this dark room, and now you're his daughter while he's
And now
broken.
my spirit is in that dark room, and I don't even see him. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a completely black space.
Mm-hmm. Just keep looking because you don't need to look any further. You have him with you. You reincarnated together. You came to his rescue. Rescue him. Don't stay away from him. Don't create barriers. Open your
Oh,
heart.
right. Yes, yes, I remember because I was watching him saying, "Oh, my little boy is suffering so much, and his new mother abandoned him, and his new father abandoned him, and he's an orphan, and he's all by himself, and I have to come and hold his hand, and I didn't have any other way to come except into his life, except to be born as his daughter."
There you go. There you go. You remember now.
Yes, I remember now.
What is a mother supposed to do now?
I need to connect. I
There you
need
go.
to I need to connect that light, that sunlight where my little boy from the previous life is with into this room. I need to bring that into this room where my father is lost in the
Mm-hmm.
dark.
Mm-hmm. And do you do that remotely, or you hold his hand and love him, or
I'm 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 moving that light, I'm pulling that light into that dark room
mm-hmm.
like a turning a projector into that dark room. And I see him now. I see him now as it as him
Mm-hmm.
as him now, but he's a teenager now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's probably 9 years old. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and and he's all alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see him in that sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all alone.
But he's not alone now. You are with him in this life.
Oh yeah,
So what can you do for him in this life?
I have to hold the light,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to connect that light all the way from that past into the from the
Mm-hmm.
teenager all the way until he's a grown man,
Mm-hmm.
and until now when he is an he's an old broken man.
And how do
His
you,
body, his body is all broken.
right? How do you project light using what? There's a frequency for that.
I can see it. It's that shimmering, shimmering sunlight,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see all of his different aspects, and I can see him sitting there in this very old body
Mm-hmm.
and feeling really depressed and miserable
Mm-hmm.
and lonely
Mm-hmm.
and sick. This is what he created in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very sad because I'm not connected with him
Hmm.
anymore.
Because you chose to.
Yes,
But you can always fix it.
yes.
You ready to do it again?
I see this beautiful visual of the sunlight coming from above,
Hmm.
and it's shining like this.
Hmm. Nice.
And on the bottom, there's that circle, and it's from the boy from the past life to the teenager to the old man right here. They're all three of them right here in the light, and I'm holding that light right now. I can do that because I'm the one from above shining
Hmm.
that light too.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, I just need to find the space in my heart that I put away where I used to love him as a
Hmm.
man in this life.
Hmm.
I can't. Now I'm looking and I can't find it. I see him. I see him with the light, but
Hmm.
I don't feel it.
Hmm. So you need to remember. You have forgotten why you. That's what happens when we reincarnate. We forget. That is that is the rule in this planet. Now you need to remember. And when you remember, you will reconnect. You are always connected. There's an illusion that we are disconnected. Now you need to remember. You need to work on that. You need to remember that you came to rescue your little boy. And in order to do that, go ahead and forgive whatever happened with him, and put white light all over your body, and remove that pain, that resentment, that remove everything from your body, from your chest, from your heart.
It was very intellectual going from that moment and on because I closed my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And from moment and on, it was just the intellectual battle with
Mm-hmm.
my father.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was all in here. And
Mm-hmm.
I see it as white energy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was all in the head. All of that wrestling with him intellectually. It was just intellectual wrestling the whole time
Mm-hmm.
since since that happened.
Painful, right?
Yeah,
Rise out of the temple.
right.
But that's over now. So forgive, put white light, regenerate that right temple, remove all that pain. Your father is going to help you too. And reconnect with him, with your little boy.
I have to say I'm sorry also.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna speak to him directly.
Sure, go ahead and speak. You don't need to say it out loud if you don't want to. Just let
Okay.
me know when you're done.
No, I want to say it out loud. Is that okay?
That's okay.
I'm sorry because I didn't see you as a soul. I didn't see you as who you are. I didn't see your heart. I didn't see your light. I saw the threat and the pain and the drinking and my helplessness against you. and your anger, and when you ridiculed me throughout my entire life. That's all I saw. And I saw you always trying to argue with me over what I was thinking, and I felt blocked and small and wrong and not good enough. And it hurt every time. Every time we talked, it hurt. So I I disconnected from you because I couldn't hurt anymore. And I closed my heart to you. And I'm sorry because I forgot that you're my little boy, that you called for me. You asked me to come and help you in this life, and I did. And I forgot that we made that agreement before I was born. And I forgot that I was supposed to love you, and that through loving you to help you love yourself too. And please forgive me that I forgot about all that for so many years. And now that you're still alive, I hope that you forgive me so we can restore that connection again before you die. Oh,
Good. Now that
thank you.
you have said all that, let's go ahead and remove that emotion, remove that pain. That's over now. Clean your heart. Remember, that's it. Very good.
White light, I see the white light.
White light. Really good.
I see the white light in my head.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Good.
I see the white light in my chest too. I see the white light around my father.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the broken body anymore. I see the soul.
Good. So from now on, this is how it's going to be. From now on, you guys are reconnecting. From now on, you guys are loving each other unconditionally. From now on, you both remember you were mother and son before. That you always connected.
And I see, you know what I see? I also see that I was in love with him as a girl, as a woman. I was in love with him when he was young.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know if it was, but I remember that. I don't know if it was in this life that I was looking at him and I feel in love with him, or maybe before when if
Mm-hmm.
it was my husband too before. But I remember this now. I remember him beautiful and young and strong and a beautiful man, and I feel that I was in love with him. I remember that too. I actually told my mother that when I was 3 years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when I was 3 years old, I remembered that I was in love with him too. He was my lover in a different life
Mm-hmm.
too.
Mm-hmm. Good. So now, when you're ready, and with that light and that forgiveness, that understanding and that reconnection, Isabella, I want you to go back to this beautiful meadow again.
It's nice to remember that I'm sorry, but I'm kind of holding on for a second to that
Sure,
feeling.
take
I
your
want to
time.
remember that feeling. I remember my father as a different person, as that love of my life. He was the love of my life. I
Mm-hmm.
remember that. It feels so good just to remember that. I can see him as a soul, as a young man. Oh, that feels really good.
Good, so
So much
remember
love.
that.
All that light. Yes, we want to replace. Let's replace that pain
Mm-hmm.
with the feeling of that love
Put whatever you want to put there.
and the that rainbow, that color, that white rainbow color of your soul. That is so beautiful. I know you. I know you so well, and I love you life after life. And this is what I want to remember from now on when I look at you. Let that be so in my heart.
Good.
Okay, I'm ready now to go to the meadow.
Excellent. Go to the meadow, and I want you to walk around that meadow, and I want you to get rid of any discomfort, get rid of any emotional baggage you carry with you with no reason all this time. And as you walk through that meadow, analyze every situation you face in your life and the way you reacted just because of that association that was implanted there by mistake, because you allowed it to be implanted there. And I want you to heal every of those situations that you faced in your life. Heal those two as you walk around that meadow. Breathing in, breathing out, seeing
Yeah.
your spirit shining.
You know what I see? I see taking out like little bricks. Taking
Mm-hmm.
out the little bricks and
Mm-hmm.
putting them in a pile.
Yeah.
And taking out all these little bricks of all these hard stories. And
Mm-hmm.
just putting them in one pile right here. As I
Mm-hmm.
see that bright sunlight and that open
Mm-hmm.
freedom, that open field, the feeling of freedom, that feeling of that beautiful, sunny, endless salt grass.
Mm-hmm.
And I can take all of those little bricks out of my
Mm-hmm.
heart and leave them right here.
Because you're starting a new journey now. You in this journey you cannot carry that baggage. You cannot carry those bricks with you because it's not going to allow you to get that far.
Yeah, I want that freedom,
Good.
that fresh air, that open space, that
Mm-hmm.
endless feeling of being a free spirit, free, just
Good.
free.
Truly free.
And it's cool because I'm walking in the circle. So keep walking in the circle through the grass. And as I come back, I take another brick and I put it in another pile. And
Mm-hmm.
from that pile, I walk another circle. And it's so bright on that end of that circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come back and take another brick and put it right out. And now I see a whole pile of bricks right there.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's not that big. The pile is not that big.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be much bigger. Now it's just
Mm-hmm.
not that
Good.
big anymore.
Good. So when you have gotten rid of all those bricks, let me know so we can start our return climbing up the stairs. And this time it's going to be easier because you're lighter now.
Yeah, my heart is at peace.
Good. So in a moment,
I will can we close the energy field here.
mm-hmm, use all the white light. So in a moment, I am going to count from 1 to 5, Isabella. And as I count, I want you to start going up the stairs. And with each step that you take, you're gonna feel lighter and lighter, happier and happier, because we're going to start our return. One, start coming up, feeling lighter, wonderful, refreshed. Two, keep coming up. I want you to disconnect emotions, feelings, thoughts, whatever images, whatever bother you, just left them behind. All those breaks. You're lighter now. Three,
Yeah.
keep coming back. Four, super, super happy, ready to start your new
Yeah.
mission. And five, coming back.
Oh, I feel so
Coming away
happy.
from it.
Oh my
Welcome
God.
back.
Oh, oh, I feel so happy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh, I feel like I'm filled with that freedom, that
Mm-hmm.
sense of open, free space.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, oh my God, thank you
Good.
so much.
You're welcome. You look lighter now. It's like, woo.
Oh, I can tell you it was so dark in that room where my father was. It was completely black. And oh, my head is so much lighter. And my heart is free. Oh, my heart is like a balloon now. Oh, my heart can
Good.
just float up, out, out into the space. Oh, my ears are full of tears still.
Good.
Oh, man. Oh, oh, wow.
Awesome.
Oh,
Good.
what amazing. How amazing. What an amazing work, Antonio.
This is
Oh,
yeah, it's all within you. Sometimes we look the answers outside. Everything is within us.
yeah,
You had all the answers.
yeah.
You look so relaxed. I'm happy.
You helped me see the stuff that I couldn't find myself. I couldn't see. Yeah.
You were talking to me about what people were telling you about entities and attachments and closing the aura and all these issues. I just kept
Right.
quiet. I just kept quiet because I knew that was coming from that memory. I knew
Oh,
all that originated, all that association originated, and all those wrongs that you had in the future, and I mean the
yeah.
past, originated at that point. And you went there by
Right.
yourself, you see? It's like,
Yeah.
good, good.
Oh,
Let me stop this recording so I don't make this file too big.
okay.
Um, and again, this is a private session. I'm not going to share it. I'm not asking you to share it. This is personal, right? Or you want to share it.
You can share it if you want.
It depends. It depends on you.
I,
This is your session. And I didn't do it so that I can have one more session to share. This is your session. You decide. You don't have to decide now.
you can, no, you can share it if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because I can actually show it to my friend that is in the session.
So okay, and I appreciate that you want to share this. So since you're sharing this, we're going to explain what is happening. You took the introspective hypnosis class, right?
Right.
During that class, we did an exercise. During that
Yes.
exercise, you felt you had something. You already had it, but it manifested again, pain in the right temple, right?
Yeah.
And I knew it had to be something. It was a repressed emotion, I would say.
Yeah.
So we agreed to have a session, and this is what happened. This
Yeah.
is this is what happened. Um, so you're showing this to, and people are wanting to watch this video.
Are you
Um,
recording now?
no, it's recording.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so what we're showing to people is that does introspective hypnosis work?
Yes.
Well, watch it by yourself. Those
God, yes.
let people judge that by themselves.
Absolutely.
People might
Yeah.
say, yeah, but if you took the class, you already know how the induction works and how whoever's watching the video again, you seeing how she reacted to. induction.
Yeah.
So another thing that I always say about introspective hypnosis, do you need a deep trance to work with this? What do you think?
I go into trance very easily,
Yeah.
so it's like I'm aware of the room, I'm aware of what's going on, I'm aware of my mind kind of watching what's happening, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm also aware of the level where it's happening and all of the memories and
Oh,
everything.
right.
But
Because
you're very good. You really, as soon as you started talking, I was already seeing like the
thank
white
you.
spot, like I'm ready to go into that trance space,
Okay.
you know. So, but
Thank you.
you walked me into it and you calmed me into it very nicely. So it was a very easy transition into
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
whole experience here.
Thank you for the comment. Yeah, what I always explain is that some people think that hypnosis is falling asleep. You're not asleep. You are
No.
present, aware. You hear the sounds around the room. You're working with with your subconscious mind, but your
Yeah.
conscious mind is always present. We're just trying to
Yeah.
just put it aside for a short time, but it's always present. So you're always in control. And people might think like, no, maybe she just people make stuff up when they're in a trance. Can you imagine emotions? I don't think so. You know, so
Yeah, it's not, no. I was not making stuff up, that's for sure.
okay.
There's this part of you that shows up and it just knows these things and it
Mhm.
walks you through, and you guiding that part to do things, and uh, you also gain access to having visions. Like I was having visuals by the end of the session. First of all, I fully experienced being the people. I could feel what my father felt. I could feel what felt.
Mhm.
I could feel uh, my own simultaneously my
Mhm.
own
Mhm.
emotions in that space and my own experience of that space. And then um, you also gain access to vision. So I
Mhm.
started seeing the past life, the boy, the dark room, the
Mhm.
light room, all of that too.
And everything
So
falls together, and then boom, you
yeah,
realize, okay, good,
yeah,
good,
it's a beautiful combination of different things happening at the same time.
awesome, good. Yeah, and we made this session a little bit shorter than the other ones because we just wanted to work on the specific things. Number one, number two, it was not my intention to share this intention. I mean, to share this session. So I really appreciate that you're willing to share the session. And number three, just that memory was very intense, and you went through a lot just visiting that memory with your father. And so I would say we had enough for that session. Um,
No, it's exactly what I wanted. I didn't really want to dig any deeper because this is the biggest thing.
mhm,
These two things that came up were the biggest and the heaviest in my heart, and so it's exactly
mhm.
what I needed today.
Okay, great. So once again, thank you very much for allowing me to share this session. I know that a lot of people will learn from this. People interested in taking the class. Hey, is it Isabella is somebody that took the class and she experienced this. You know, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you already have the knowledge with you. And so we're just going to say the date today is December 16th, 2018. I am Antonio Sangio. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I practice and teach introspective hypnosis. And you are Isabella Green, and you are in Arizona, right?
Yes. Hmm.